Okay, Graham. So let's check we both know what we're supposed to be doing. Okay, so for the university's open day, we have to plan a display on British life and literature in the mid-19th century. That's right. But we will have some people to help us find the materials and set it up. Remember, for the moment, we just need to plan it. Good. So have you gathered who's expected to come and see the display? Is it for the people studying English or students from other departments? I'm not clear about it. Nor me. That was how it used to be, but it didn't attract many people. So this year is going to be part of an open day to raise the university's profile. It will be published in the city to encourage people to come and find out something or what goes on here, and it includes in the information that's sent to people who are considering applying and studying here next year. Presumably, some current students and lecturers will come. I would imagine so, but we've been told to concentrate on the other categories of people. Right, we don't have to cover the whole range of 19th century literature, do we? No, it's entirely up to us. I suggest just using Charles Dickens. That's a good idea. Most people have heard of him and have probably read of some of his novels or seen films based on them. So what's a good lead into life in his time? Exactly, and his novels show the awful conditions that most people have to live in, don't they? He wanted to shock people into doing something about it. Did he do any campaigning other than writing? Yes, he campaigned for education and other social reforms, and gave talks. But I'm inclined to ignore that and focus on the novels. Yes, I agree. Okay, so now shall we think about a topic linked to each novel? Yes, I would print out a list of Dickens novels in the order we were published, in the hope you agree to focus on him. You're lucky I did agree. Let's have let's have a look. Okay, the first was the Pickwill Papers, published in 1836. It was very successful when it came out, wasn't it? And was adapted for the theatre straight away. There's an interesting point, though, and that's a character who keeps falling asleep, and this medical condition was named after the book, Pickwill syndrome. So I don't will use as that the topic, and includes some quotation from the novels. Right. Next is Oliver Twist. There's a lot in the novel about poverty, but maybe something less obvious. Well, Oliver is taught to how to steal, isn't he? We could see that to illustrate the fact that very few children went to school, particularly not poor children, so they learn in other ways. Good idea. What's next? Maybe Nicholas Nickleby. Actually, he taught in a really cruel school, didn't he? That's right. But there's so a company of touring actors that Nicholas choice. We could do something on theaters and other amusements of the time. We don't want only the best things, do we? Okay, what about Martin Chuzzlewit? He goes to the USA, doesn't he? Yes, and the Dickens himself has been there a year before and drew on his experience that's in the novel. I wonder, though, the main theme is selfishness, so we could do something on social justice. No, too general. Let's keep to your idea. I think it could work well. He wrote Bleak House next. That's my favorite of his novel. Yes, mine too. His satire of the legal system is pretty powerful. That's true, but think about Ether, the heroine. As a child, he lives in someone he doesn't know is a whore, who treats her very badly. Then she's very happy living with her guardian, and he puts her in the charge of the household. And at the end, he gets married, and her guardian gives her and her husband a house, where of course they're very happy. Yes, I like that. What shall we take next? Little Dorrit. Our Mr. Dorrit has been a director's prison for years. So was Deacon's father, wasn't he? That's right. What about focusing on the part when Mr. Dorrit inherits a fortune and he starts pretending he always been rich? Good idea. Okay, so next we need to think about what materials we want to illustrate each issue. That's going to be quite hard.